Hello, everyone. Welcome and welcome back. I told y'all I was back, y'all. I told y'all I was going to be cranking out these videos. I am trying to stay consistent this time. The millionth time's the charm, I think. Maybe. So, today I have a fall DIY for you. I've got three different signs in this video. Well, I'm going to be making two separate signs with these two here, but they'll be similar, so yeah, we're gonna start off with these two. And I got this from not Hobby Lobby. I got it from Dollar Tree last summer, and I've been holding on to them until I could figure out what to do with them, and I finally figured it out. So I'm starting off by laying on a very generous amount of Mod Podge onto the front, and then applying some fabric that I got. Actually, I got the fabric from my mom, but she got it from Hobby Lobby. And when using fabric, you're gonna want to be generous with the Mod Podge. You can do this exact same technique using some scrapbook paper, but I would definitely recommend you be less heavy-handed with the Mod Podge. You want to lay a thin layer or use a glue stick for paper. But when using fabric, I would definitely say to be a bit more generous with your layer. So after adding my thick layer of Mod Podge, I am placing it face down onto my fabric, and I am going to use my hands to smooth it out. Make sure there are no wrinkles or lumps or air pockets, and then cut away most of the fabric. Now on the other side, we are going to add another very generous layer of Mod Podge on top of our fabric to seal it in place and let that dry. And I'm going to do this on both of these signs. Alright, so now that the Mod Podge has dried completely, I'm going to take my fabric scissors and fussy cut the fabric to the sign, and then we are going to take our sander and sand the edges to make sure we have a nice, clean, finished edge. Now, when sanding either paper or fabric in this way, make sure you have the face of your project facing you, and you drag your sander across one way away from you, just like I'm doing. one direction. Don't saw at it, just go one direction away from you. That will give you a nice clean cut. All right, so now we are going to embellish these. I got this sign last fall from Dollar Tree. I got a lot of stuff just sitting around in my stash waiting to be used that I've had for a while. And I wanted to use this sign, but I just wanted to use the little saying that was on the inside. So I took my X-Acto knife, dragged it along the edges of the back to try to loosen it, and then I pushed it out of the frame. I do plan on using the frame at a later date. Something will come to me. I as a crafter, you can't just be throwing stuff away all willy-nilly. You gotta keep stuff for a while until it starts to make sense to you. So I set the frame aside for use at some other point and glued down this cute little saying. So of course I couldn't just leave it like that. Y'all know I'm extra. We always gotta add a little extra something something. So I am using this really pretty ribbon that I got from Dollar Tree, and I made a little bow with some long tails, and I'm going to tape the tails or glue the tails in place. The reason why I put it off to the side was, if you notice, there was a hole in that corner of the little sign I just broke apart, and I wanted to hide it. And the best way to do that was to add this pretty bow. All right, and for this one, I took this wooden pumpkin that I got in a pack of, I believe it was a pack of 6 from Hobby Lobby, and I stained it, then distressed it with a bit of white paint, put this thankful sticker on it, which is also from Hobby Lobby, and I glued that on. And that is what I came up with the second one. And I think it is so pretty. And this is what they look like all done up. They've got hangers and they're so gorgeous. I definitely had to give myself a pat on the back for these because these were just too pretty. I've never been one to do like a lot of fall stuff, but this stuff was lovely and I love it so much. All right, now on to the last one. So this is a cutting board from the Dollar Tree, and all I did was take a bit of black paint and just gave it a distress look. It was already white. They have it in white and red, and this white one I knew is what I wanted to use for this next design. I simply dragged a dry brush across it horizontally, and then I decided to go with this beautiful scrap paper that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I am going to position it the way I wanted to, and then I just creased it into the little well using my fingernail, and then I used my scissors to cut it out. So like I said earlier, when using fabric, you're going to want to be a bit more heavy-handed with your Mod Podge. But when using paper, you definitely want to keep it light, keep it thin. You could use a glue stick if you wanted to. I personally don't like to use a glue stick. I like to use a thin layer of Mod Podge, and that's exactly what I am doing here. And then I'm going to smooth it out just like I did with my fabric in the first two, just to make sure everything is laying nice and flat and there are no wrinkles or air bubbles. I got these little cutouts from another project. It went with something else, something my mom gave me like maybe 2 years ago, and I'm only just now getting around to actually using these pieces, and I thought it was going to be perfect for this. At first I did kind of like the unfinished wood against the paper, but then again I thought it might need a little bit more color just to bring it out a touch more. So I took this gray paint and I painted this whole thing, and then went in with some white and distressed it a little to bring out the letters more. And once everything was nice and dry, I positioned it onto the front of the cutting board and simply hot glued it down. And of course, I had to keep adding a little something, something. Now, I have recently become really into like the distressed farmhouse, rustic kind of feel to things. So it's very new to me, but I am loving it so much. and twine is my new best friend. So I am wrapping some twine around the handle, just hot gluing it on the back every few wraps, and then I'm going to add a Rafi bow, whatever that stuff is called. Looks like hay to me. I'm gonna add a bow and a little bit of greenery and a flower, and then we'll be done. I got a pack of these bows from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to remove the button. I like the button, but for this one, I just didn't want it on there. I just wanted the bow, and I'm going to hot glue that down and add a twine bow on top of it because I can't help myself, apparently. Every time I use this stuff or something similar, I just have to add twine on top. I don't know why, but it just looks adorable. I got these greenery picks from my mom, so I do not know where she got them from. The flowers, the paper flowers, however, I got them at Hobby Lobby. In the same section, I got the bows. They will be on sale currently. It's in their fall section. And they're little stickers, but I want to make sure that this is going to last. So I like to peel that sticker off. And you'll see how easy it comes off. So it's definitely best in some situations to simply just peel off that little sticker part and just hot glue it down. All right, you guys, that is it for this video. Let me know what y'all think about these fall DIYs. I know I don't usually do them, but I have just been like more and more into just fall in general, especially after being in Las Vegas for so long during the summer. It is terrible, y'all. It got to 120 a few times this year. Just I am so done with summer. Anyway, let me know what y'all think about these. Which one is your favorite? Let me know down in the comment section, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye.